Hello, everyone. I was browsing Practical Machinist because, as many of you know, my roots are in machining. And yeah, I was a really crappy machinist. But Metal Bag Pie asked an excellent question. They're wiring an air compressor and they want to do it as an HOA or hand off auto, auto being wired to a pressure switch. That part's no problem. But then he also wants it so that when the power fails, it doesn't immediately come back on. And this is something we should evaluate whether our control systems do need when we have an HOA. First, let's talk about how it works and the issue. And I'll put a playlist at the end of the video with the two videos I'm referring to here. But previously we wired switch 4 as an HOA switch. So if I'm in the off position, nothing controls it. If I switch it to hand, the green light's going to be on no matter what. And if I switch it to auto, then some external switch, such as a float, or in Metal Magpie's case, a pressure switch, will operate my circuit. Now, the issue is, if this is calling to run, and then we lose power, when our power comes back on, our machine is going to start back up. And that could present a safety hazard, or there may be some process that needs to happen before you start up after a power failure. So Ron suggested our start-stop wiring exercise, and I'll link it to the end of the video also. But in this case, we press our green button and it'll energize our control relay. Then we're sealing in the green button with a contact closure from the control relay. And after that, only the red button will stop it. That doesn't work for what Metal Magpie needs either, because he really wants that auto and that hand switch. And that would be this circuit, which takes our start-stop sealing combination that we already had for the control relay, but instead of feeding 41 and 44 into our green light, then we're going to put the auto hand right here. Let's start by wiring the basic start-stop because it's easy to add the handoff auto on the end of it. I am using the Micro 850 version of our trainer, but the only thing I'm actually going to use on this is button 1 for our green button, button 3 for our red button, switch 4 for our HOA, and this relay right here. To start with, we're going to take plus 24 volt to our green button, plus terminal 11 and 41 on our relay. Then we're going to take a wire from the other side of that normally open on our green button to the normally closed on our red button, and a second wire from terminal 14 to that red button. Then let's take a wire from the other side of our normally closed on the red button to A1, and from A2 back to the minus of our power supply. At that point, we have the 3-wire stop-start circuit that I'm going to link to at the end of the video, except we're stopping right here at 41. If we press the green button, our relay illuminates. I can let off of it because that's seal in, and I press the red button and it de-energizes it. Now I have an explanation in the other video, so that's as far as I'm going to go in this one. Now we're going to add the hand to this circuit. So we're going to take 44 directly to the hand contact on switch 4, and also we're going to go through whatever our automatic switch is, such as a pressure switch, and onto the auto contact. Then let's take a jumper from the other side of our HOA switch and continue on to one side of our green light and take the other side of the green light to the minus of the power supply. Now if we power it up and we turn switch 4 to the left, which is hand, our green light does not turn on because we have to hit our green button to turn on our control power. So I'm going to press the green button, which will make this energize. And now our relay comes on because it's in hand. We turn switch 4 to the middle, it goes out, and we switch it to the right, which is auto, and now whatever our external thing is operates it. Now with it in auto, if we cycle power, when it comes back on, it will not energize again until you hit the green button. Great question, Metal Magpie, because what happens to our machine when we lose power, or mainly when the power comes back on, is a question we probably don't ask enough. And as promised, here is the start, stop, and HOA circuit videos.